Hello everybody and welcome to Kusog7ande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. Kusog7ande here, just getting ready for our last game of the day. Hopefully we're able to get everything together in just a second. Woo. Man, it's been a long week, everybody. You didn't know that. Lots going on right now. We have a Kusog7ande today. We've got 4 matches tomorrow. We've got probably Don't Make Us Bored this next Tuesday. And then we've got some Kusog7ande followed by the week after Big Bad Game-a-thon coming in a little bit. I'm very excited for that. I'm working on getting everything set up for the next match, so don't worry too much, everybody. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun just trying to get set up figured out, because holy moly, apparently today is one of those days. It happens every once in a while when it comes to Kusog7ande. Welcome to the fun. My name's Kusog7ande, and apparently I've got a lot of bird noises in my ears. Birds! Stop it! Birds, go away! Ah! Hate these birds. Do 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 do. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit sleepy today, and honestly, you know, it wouldn't be a tournament without 1 or 2 days being a little bit rough trying to get everything ready. It's how life goes, you know. Gotta live life on the edge. The edge of what, you might ask? The edge of your seats, the edge of... Ooh. The edge of actually, like, being able to get everything ready. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love this music. It's so good. There are so many good songs in the world. Let's be real here. Oh my gosh, I am sleepy. Everybody, I think I'm gonna take a nap after this stream because I just need one. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my body. We need, I don't know, weekends need to be like 50% longer. Can we campaign for that extra like 12 hours for the weekend? Are there any politicians watching the stream right now? Would you be willing to give me an extra 12 hours, please? The weekend is 50% longer? Oh my gosh, you're right. It actually is, because Labor Day. Labor Day is coming up, everybody. America's favorite holiday where we get to pretend like we celebrate people who work. So I'm checking right now to see if they are ready for me to do the game reveal. I'm cool waiting a little bit if needed. Okay. What else? What else can I talk about? Everybody, do you want to hear a story? Let me go ahead and tell you the story of, what crap can I make up? Let's see. Now, you know what? We've got other things that are happening. Like, last night, we had the GDQ Hotfix Grudge match, where, essentially we just invited people to do some racing. Seth Highwind battled Zawaldo, too, who resubscribed recently. Thank you so much. And they played Ernest Evans. If you've never played Ernest Evans, it is amazing and fantastic, and you should definitely give that a shot. And then Blasphemous Roar raced Jackazam in Teardown. Teardown's a game that came out in 2020. You know, we've had a couple of European games today from the early 90s / late 80s. That game came out 2020 from Sweden, and honestly, I love a lot of modern European games because they're often very innovative and different from what you would normally expect from the AAA community, and still, that game is fantastic. If you've never seen or played Teardown, you should watch that match, okay? I don't want to spoil how it ends either, who wins and who loses, because in the final 5 to 10 minutes, it gets super tight. Ha 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 ha. People are asking if there's a story about the Portuguese Mars adventure game. Oh my gosh. Whittleboo Bowie. I do want to bring that game back one of these days. Planeta Vermelha. And it is so good. Because in essence, everybody got stuck on this tree. You know, they kept walking to their deaths, whereas you can actually use some sort of grappling hook that we had no idea how that actually works, or if it works. Okay, we are getting a little bit closer to getting stuff working. It happens some days. Some days it's just, you wake up, you want to do a Kusog7ande, and unfortunately the game fights back. It's life, you know? That is life. And we can work through the technical difficulties. Oh yeah, we also found out that one, Blasphemous Roar is a real person. Which I was a little bit skeptical about, but I think it's been confirmed. And two, Blasphemous Roar throws cars at phones instead of the other way around. Why? I don't know. I feel like that's very impractical. If you're going to break a phone, just do it a different way. You can use a vice. Just tighten that vice until crack, crack, crunch. The phone is crushed. Glass on the ground. You step on the glass. Hurts. Jeez. Probably shouldn't do that. Okay, oh, we might be getting close to having the match ready. Maybe. It's fine. We're gonna get there. We're getting there. Okay. Everybody, take a breath. Take a breath of fresh air. Stick your head out of the window, okay? Actually, speaking about fresh air, I hope that you all have been enjoying the summer heat and the summer fun. I have been, by staying inside. Oh, I have been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV. I know that we have talked about that maybe a few times today, but I have very much been enjoying the post Heavensward stuff before starting up Stormblood. There are a lot of I feel like this is when the game has gotten to the point where I'm continuously surprised by what is happening, and it's so much fun. If any of you are playing Final Fantasy XIV and want to add me, I am there. You can always add me as a friend. My name there is Captain Honeycrisp. I'm on, what's that one? Excalibur? That's the server. I'm a big cat over there. Who would have guessed? I'm not playing with patch 6.2. That doesn't even make any sense. How can you have 2/10 of a 6? Doesn't make sense. Okay, I think let me go ahead and get their streams up, and I'll see how far along these players are. I don't want to jump over until we have things mostly working. Okay, I see 2 out of 3 streams are up. The internet has stopped exploding. I see 3 out of 3 streams. Is our zombies stream up? Maybe? And our zombie stream is up. I think it's time. I think it's time for us to go and do the reveal for what the game is and who the game master is. So crappy. Take us away. Let's go mosey on over. We got a dinosaur and we got a crappy and we've got games. I'm so excited. People have been min-maxing their Island Sanctuary. I can't do this Island Sanctuary. No streams are upside down, my cousin Gordon, which is probably for the best. Okay. And yeah, Honeycrisp is a good type of apple. Everybody says that my Final Fantasy XIV name sounds like a type of cereal. But you know what? Oh, please do not use that frog in my chat. I hate that frog. I'm getting distracted by everything. Welcome everybody to Kusog7ande. My name is Prosentia, and I would like to welcome in our dear friend. I'm not going to get mad over anything. Our dear friend and GM for the final game of the day. After I've been rambling for a long time, who could it be? Well, it is our friend, our foe, our lover, our fighter, our dancer, our surgeon, the crafter of Kuso. I don't want to think about that. Whatever, it's Novasol. Wait, what? Why do I still have Seth Highwind up here? That's not right.
Hi, that's not me.
That's not you. Hi, Novasol. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay now.
Okay,
everything works.
We got you switched over. There you go. I've got your face there. Apparently, you're our lover. You're Twitch chat lover.
Sure. It's a lot of people, but there's a lot of me to go around. It's fine.
That's adorable. Well, good. Everybody, Novasol is definitely a distinct entity here and is not one of our GMs in disguise, which is good. I really appreciate it. Are you my surgeon?
I hope not, for your sake.
You could be a sturgeon instead. Okay, a little fish man.
Well, Splatoon 3 comes out next week, and I'm super excited.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll have to see if I pick it up. The bad thing about Splatoon is that I play it for a week, and then I forget.
I get that, but unfortunately, I was hooked on 1 and 2, so now I gotta play 3.
No, just like a fish, you were hooked. Well, Mr. Sturgeon Novasol, how about you reveal the game? What do we have?
I'm very sorry for what's about to happen to them. I kind of got on a kick of finding bad versions of games I like, so today is Castlevania for the Amiga.
Yeah, it is. I love Castlevania, but I do not know about Amigavania.
So I will say, the level designs are very accurate. The rest of it is not.
Okay.
A friend of mine described this as Castlevania made from memory, which is pretty accurate.
Oh no, I don't like that. Castlevania made from memory? I'm terrified.
Also, this being an Amiga game, there's one button. and that means up is jump. And if you've played Castlevania, those words should strike fear into your heart.
Up to jump.
In Castlevania.
Yeah, how do you use your sub-weapon?
So it's a toggle on the one action button you have. You tap it to do one thing, and you hold it to do the other. So either whip or your sub-weapon.
I don't like that.
I did not tell the players this. That's their problem.
Excuse me for that sneeze. That was my fault. What is up with this? Like, I choked on some pie earlier. Now I'm sneezing. This is Amiga, so I'm gonna have to recapture everything. Whatever. It's fine. I'll do this. We're gonna get through this. Okay, let me go ahead and get everything captured. I believe we have a zombie coming in today.
We do. Wolf volunteered at the very last minute, and I'm very sorry to do this to him.
I'm not. Wolf likes. He likes Snulf. Okay.
Snulf is a better game than this.
I don't know about that, but yeah, Wolf. If Wolf would like, is definitely welcome to come and chat with us during this, because I love to hear people's reactions as they're playing through games.
I can't believe you just insulted Snulf like that.
I always
tried to defend Snulf's honor, and he wasn't having it.
Well, yeah, and I thank you for that, Novasol. I really do.
I mean, I have played a lot of Snulf, not as much as you. I haven't played this game at all.
Neither have I, so this is going to be exciting.
Well, if you know a lot about Castlevania 1 level design, namely where all the food is, you're going to have a big advantage, which is why I had to ask them how familiar they were, and none of them were. So,
well, I have not played the original Castlevania, so this will be good.
I'm not sure if I feel like I might have beaten the original Castlevania, but you know, I don't know, it's hard to say. With that said, let's go ahead and get rid of this Myst soundtrack. This music isn't Castlevania-esque. Come on. Let's get some real Castlevania sounds.
I mean, just bring up a player's stream.
There we go. We got it.
This is great.
This isn't bad. Okay, I kind of like this. I dig the music.
Yeah, the menu screen. It's the iconic menu screen, Vampire Killer.
Oh no. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm really excited to hear the music here. Okay.
I will say they did a good job with the music.
By the way, because this is Amiga, odds are this is going to look like absolute crap as soon as they start, and I will have to do a little recapturing, so don't be surprised. Wolf, are you ready?
Technically.
Okay, I'm going to do the countdown. Everybody, I need you to get all of your best Castlevania emotes and spam those, because we are doing the countdown for the final game of the day. Starting as soon as I see movement on the screen, spam your emotes. I see candles and bats and candles, bats, candles and bats. Come on, that's really all you need. If you have those skulls, beware. True, as soon as they move to the right in the game, I will start our timer.
Yes. So yes, up is jump.
Oh, baby, this music. This is smooth.
Yeah, everyone knows the iconic level 1 theme of Castlevania, Wicked Child.
Ah, yeah.
Why is the whips... I thought the whip was faster than this.
In the original game it is, not here!
I can't turn around in midair. Oh no. Can't do like flying back jumps.
Why would you be able to turn around in midair? That doesn't make even...
so that I can like
You're not
throw...
a cat.
Well, I want to whip behind me as I'm jumping forwards because there's enemies chasing me and I can't.
So in the original game, the backswing of your whip could actually kill enemies. It can't here, but that would be nice if it could.
I am so lazy that I'm not even gonna like open up a second screen in order to adjust the streams. I'm just doing it here.
Do I not have it? The whip doesn't. Oh goodness, the whip doesn't hurt until like about 2 body lengths out.
Correct. The first half
Oh,
of the whip
goodness.
has no hitbox.
What? You can't hit people or hit enemies
No,
close to you?
you cannot hit enemies close to you. No.
That's not good.
And the whip is about half the speed it is in the NES game.
Yep.
Alright.
It definitely is too slow.
Ah, you found the meat. Or no.
Am I stuck?
Quite probably yes. I don't.
DeWolf,
Ow.
did you just soft lock? Oh my
I
gosh.
apparently did.
DeWolf.
I mean, you could die to a bat.
Eventually.
I'm
Well,
doing
that was a
one
good
final
start.
check to make sure
All
that
right.
all of the players' streams are in the right location. I believe we are set and having some fun already. Okay, at first, like, this sounds like a cover of the song that some, like, bar band is doing, just... But they're not, like, the best band in the world. They just, like, decided to take it really slow. Yeah. I like the ladies in the castle. They're pretty... I don't know what...
Oh yeah.
Like, why are you killing these random castle inhabitants? Because they only have 1 foot?
They remind me of like the hopping vampires from Asia, whose names I can't. What?
Oh, yeah, those ones.
Oh,
What happened?
sorry. I was looking at Trash Nomancer's screen, and I thought he somehow cleared the level, but no, he just died.
I thought so as well, but yeah, he died. Oh, the Jiangxi.
Yeah, Jiangxi. Yes.
Those ones. They... I guess almost, but not quite. Oh, this is not good. This is very not good.
All right, we have a level clear from Zimbu. So I told them about a save function in this game.
Okay, does it work?
Yes, however, it saves the exact state you were in when you save, and they're only allowed to do this at the beginning of each level. You only have 3 lives. There are no continues, so if you save with 1 life, well, that's what you've got.
I mean,
Oh, goodness.
that is fair enough. They will have to decide. I have a feeling some people are going to get to the point where they
Yes.
essentially are stuck and will go back to the beginning of the game. At the same time, I still wouldn't worry about it too early on, and I would still take advantage of the saves and try to make at least 1 decent push.
Yeah, early on you can use it to learn levels, but you're gonna want those lives for later. I'm just gonna say this, I can beat Castlevania 1 on the NES without dying. I threw in the towel here at level 4. There are 6 levels.
Meanwhile, I just flabbergasted by this block. What on earth am I not seeing?
I feel like, I don't know, I like seeing you suffer.
Fair
You are
enough.
missing something obvious. Oh! Wait, it sounded
Oh,
like
poor
Zimbu
Mr.
died, but
Zimbu.
then... Oh, yeah.
What happened?
Oh, no, my stream's just delayed a little.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can watch. I've got the stream
Yeah,
up on
I got
Discord.
it up
Yeah. And I'll probably refresh everybody as we get closer to the end of the match because I've had some buffering from the players, but that's okay. We've got the game going, and we've got DeWolf still on level 1.
Yes.
DeWolf, why are you still on level 1?
I can't figure out this orange block. for the life
Did you know that in some platformers you have to run to the left?
But I entered through here. Yeah, and this doesn't let me out.
Go Wolf. Go Wolf, it's... I'm gesturing wildly at the screen. Why can't you see it?
If this staircase works. Oh boy, that staircase worked. Okay. Well, that was embarrassing. Anyways.
I mean, the staircases are hard. It's Castlevania.
Yes.
Like,
And in this
stairs
game-
were always hard.
Yeah, but in Castlevania 1, they had one unique property that was useful. You couldn't be knocked back when you were on stairs.
Uh-oh.
That's not true here.
What are these names in the Scorch screen? Uh-oh. I'm a little bit
Hall of
concerned
Blame.
about that. Hall of Blame?
All right, so Violet Hour has fallen victim to the insta-kill spike.
Like, is this a real game? Is this actually made by the...
I don't... Okay, so I had a different file until everyone's configs didn't work. So I just grabbed the file Corndan pointed me to, and I guess it has a different score table.
I mean, that's fine. I just... Like, did Konami make this?
Novo Trade made it, who later went on to make things like Contra Legacy of War.
Oh, no.
Nova Train, Novasol. I'm sensing a connection here.
Hall of Blame, indeed. I was also worried a little bit about some of the names that are on the Hall of Blame.
Yeah, I did not see those before I gave this out.
Everybody. You know what? I am very much a fan of not censoring stuff, and so just deal with it.
Crashnomancer just fell over dead. I don't know how, but he did.
It happens, you know. As it turns out, Simon is kind of a fragile soul. You know, last week we had Haunted Castle. This week we have Castlevania. One day we might have Dosylvania come back. You never really know.
Hey, to be honest, you giving out Haunted Castle is why I gave this, because I was going to use Haunted Castle as justification, and then you did it for me. So thank you.
I love Haunted Castle so much. So much. But yeah, oh my gosh, this is not a good version of Castlevania at all.
No.
This might be the worst that I've seen. Yeah, as far as I can see, one person who worked on the conversion worked on 2 other games, Blades of Steel, as well as Richard Scarry's Busy Town.
Oh, that game is great.
Oh, really?
It's an edutainment game, and I have no idea how it's held up, but I loved it when I was like 5.
One of the people who worked on this worked on animation for the Simpsons arcade game. Probably not like the original, but like the conversion to Commodore 64, I presume. And I don't imagine that was the best conversion out there. One other person working on this port worked on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and Destiny 2. Ah, yeah. That's right, yeah. Apparently they had like a 20-year gap in like when they were making games. So, you know, jump from this to like Destiny. Pretty good. Or we also have one person who worked on this who also worked on Echo the Dolphin. And
oh yeah, they made that as well.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And no wonder they have a Hall of Blame in this game.
I have no idea what killed Violet Hour. I really don't.
I mean, Trashnomancer just died from a bat. I love that, like, you get up and start walking, and then the screen fades to black, and you start the level over. It's just...
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it doesn't quite end the level at the right... Or, fade to black at the right time. It's a little bit too late.
Well, I think at the moment, Violet Hour would be in the lead. Oh, we got typing.
Yeah, apparently, oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Did Violet Hour go to level 6 due to a save game that was on the...
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
I don't think he saved a game? And then when he loaded it, it just put him where the one was in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
So quitting out and starting again.
The game's not very long, so it's not a huge setback, but
These are the longest iframes I've ever seen. They just last an hour. That is very kind.
well, health is not going to be the way you're going to die later.
Oh, it's already not the way I'm dying. But it was very nice against the boss.
Cha. Okay, so how do players save the game?
They hit Control plus S and it saves the game, and I've seen other players do it successfully.
And
Right,
have they
Control
loaded
S?
Control
Oh,
S?
yeah, so it does. Nice.
Yes, they are only allowed to do it at the start of a level, though.
Oh,
okay.
well, too late.
Well, then don't load.
Yeah.
Oh. Whatever, I'll just first time this stage.
Yeah,
this-
if you first time the stage, you don't even have to worry about it, do you?
Just don't get hit. Kill the boss in one try. Just don't die.
Oh, too late.
Oh yeah. Nah. It's life. Or it's death.
Stupid base level whip deals no damage because it doesn't have an actual hurt box.
So the good news is it doesn't follow Castlevania 1 rules for upgrading your whip. You can just get both of them instantly. In the original game, you needed 8 hearts to get the final level whip.
Okay.
That is not true here.
Gotcha. It seems like enemies take maybe more hits than they should. Or,
No, the hit
or
detection's
fewer?
just
I
bad.
don't know.
Yeah,
They're
they're just
actually
dealing damage
squishier.
half the time.
Yeah, they're actually squishier, but you can't hit them half the time.
Oh,
It
Well
looks
played,
like Mr.
Medusa.
Zimbu, who is one of our players, bottom left here, has figured out that the cross does a decent amount of damage, and is
Yeah.
fairly reliable at actually killing enemies compared to the whip.
So in the NES game, the Holy Water was the king of the sub-weapons, unless you're a speedrunner. Here, it's the cross.
Okay.
Because all the things that made Holy Water good don't apply here. It's worthless.
I don't even know if I've found holy water yet. Don't think I have.
I don't know.
There is one in level 1.
But yeah, let me just say that at
the
this
cross
point,
is really good.
it's really too close to say. Wolf, by the way, our zombie here, we had a 4th player who was unable to make it, and Wolf is here filling in as a zombie. And essentially what this means is that Wolf doesn't count for placement reasons, but instead is here to fill a spot and give us some live commentary about his own experience with the game. And so far it sounds like you don't love this game.
If the whip actually had a correct hurt box, this would be so much this would be playable.
Yeah, that game exists. It's called the NES version.
I don't want to play that.
It's called any
easy.
other version. Like, yeah, this is a licensed version of the game. This was actually made by a company that had the rights to make it. This is not a bootleg. This is real. This is real life.
It's as real as it gets.
Are you sure it's not just fantasy? Because I'm caught in a landslide. Sorry. Anyway.
You were for the first 10 minutes of the match.
I'm just gonna
And that
ignore.
was-
Yeah, I know the joke.
Jumping in a box.
I just don't. Okay, like I feel like there are 2 levels of references that are basically at the very bottom. The worst level of reference is Monty Python and the Holy Grail reference, because literally everybody can do that. And then second is Bohemian Rhapsody references. And
Aww.
yeah, I'm sorry, but it's like, yeah, everybody can do that. And it's like, sure, go ahead and do it. I'm not gonna laugh, Wolf. I'm not gonna laugh. Come up with something different. Like if it was fat bottom girls, can you make a fat bottom girl joke with these girls, like with one leg? Maybe that's their fat bottom. I don't
absolutely cannot. That's easy.
know.
Like, I'll leave that up to the
Can't
experts.
make any Fat Bottom Girls references.
What about Life of Brian references? That's a little bit more acceptable because it hasn't been as viewed as other Monty Python movies like Holy Grail.
All I know from
You're
Life
not
of Brian
allowed.
is always look on the bright side of life. That's all I know from it.
Yeah, if you're referencing that, then it's just as bad as Holy Grail. Because everybody knows that as well.
Also, what does this giant 2 do anyways?
So it allows you to have more than one sub-weapon on screen at once.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's useless.
That's actually like
Oh,
how
and this
the
version
original
is-
game works.
Yes.
I mean, I guess,
Very useful in the original.
it'd be more useful if like
Ah, Medusa's head! Mr. Zimbu, can you kill Medusa? Oh, there's a snake. Oh, geez, watch out for the snake.
So in the original game, I don't even know what this boss does because I just kill it with holy water. Here, it's an absolute menace.
I mean, we've got... It moves like a Medusa head. Guess what? It is a Medusa head that
Yeah,
shoots
and then
snakes.
Yeah, and then the Medusa heads themselves just go in straight lines.
The unfortunate thing is that Mr. Zimbu did not have any sub-weapons and just died.
No, you really want the cross for that.
My sister is asking what about Princess Bride references. Those are pretty down there on like the sophistication of references. If you're referencing things from the book, I would say that like you're doing a good job, but if it is specifically from the movie version, almost everybody knows every single reference in that, so I'm less impressed.
it's hard to do a reference to just the book version unless you're referencing how it references Les Mis.
The book, or what about the whole section of hats that they took out, right?
Isn't that like I thought that was all that part of the, like I thought all that stuff about making fun of stuff taking out of the that the book is the abridged version. I thought that was just making fun of Les Mis, but maybe it's making fun of other things.
Oh no, didn't you know there's a full version, Doe Wolf. There's a full version of The Princess Bride, and the edited one takes out like what 10 pages of hats.
Takes out 10 pages of hats. It takes out a lot more than that. It's like there was like a 50-page just section on fashion.
Yeah, exactly. See,
I read this back in high school.
I have not read the book, and now I feel like a poser for wanting to make a Sound of Ultimate Suffering reference.
the whole thing about the book is that it's absolutely a satire, and there are a lot of editors' notes about how he, in this quote-unquote abridged, the good parts version is what he calls it, is that he took out all of this really boring or terrible stuff in order to make the book good. Whereas that never actually happened. It's just a whole parody. Also, the movie ends at the end. The movie version of The Princess Bride is essentially the good parts version, and the editor has comments all about like what actually happens in the book and what happens in the ending, and it's hilarious. Like Princess Buttercup, I'm not sure if she dies, but Wesley relapses and goes back into like paralysis, and like literally everything that can go wrong goes wrong at the very end, and he's like, but I'm taking that part out.
This first Medusa head jump is
She's evil. It's Medusa. Medusa in Conan the Barbarian, the NES game, was pretty terrible, and she's terrible in here too.
I mean, it's like a jerk bird, only it's all head and no wings, and isn't really a bird.
I have to say that like it looks like you said, it's just like making Castlevania from memory, because that's not what the Medusa heads look like. You just remember that they were called Medusa heads, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, it must literally be the head of Medusa.
Yeah, they don't move like them either. Like, they just move in a straight line, which is wrong.
Yeah, just so you know, people, the original Princess Bride book, is the quote-unquote abridged version because there was never a quote-unquote original. He just made it up. The guy who wrote Princess Bride actually did the script for the movie as well. So the movie is very true to the story as well as a lot of the characters in the book.
And he wrote the book basically trying to get a screenplay made of it. I'm pretty sure that was his goal all along.
What?
Like, no matter how similar the Princess Bride book and movie are to each other, and how I feel like they're very true in spirit, at the same time, the book is a satire and the movie kind of isn't. And so having the same writer have so many things that are the same, but still be completely different types of genres, it's brilliant. Seriously, William Goldman, fantastic writer. I love him.
It's kind of still
it's a little bit of satire, but not like.
It's being silly more than satire, yeah.
It's sillier than satire, and like
it's a grandfather's story to his kid.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I broke the rule and I told people there is not a long version. Look, I'm sorry to spoil what you should have read decades ago, everybody.
That's not fair.
And
Some of them weren't alive decades ago.
Body ritual among the Nasarima, that's also a satire, huh? Yeah, spoilers. Freaking crap.
All right, well, we got Violet Hour coming up on Medusa. And the winner.
Next, you're going to tell me that A Modest Proposal is a satire.
Wolf, I hate to tell you. Nasarima
is English didn't want to eat babies.
Nasarima is American
sure the English
backwards.
wanted to eat babies.
American backwards. I mean,
look,
honestly, if you're really hungry.
Look, I watched RRR. Okay, that movie makes very clear that the British wanted to eat babies.
Justin's told me I need to make cannibal jokes less often.
And we still eat the rich, though. Does that count as cannibalism?
I'm not allowed to have this discussion. What I love is when people go into satire and don't realize it's satire. Although, like, when I taught English classes, I got to the point where I was like, I really don't want to, like, be the guy who feels like I'm pulling a quick one over my students, you know? I want to, especially with, like, A Modest Proposal, I was like, I don't want to have the fake discussion about, wow, how serious all of this is, because it's kind of a jerk move. So like if I ever taught satire, I might have them read it without telling them that it was satire, but then very quickly towards the beginning, after very little discussion, be like, okay, just so everybody knows, this is satire and I don't want to make you feel like idiots.
I think the bigger issue is that, like, most, at least American, like, as an American, pretty sure I didn't know very much about the potato famine at all until reading A Modest Proposal, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I have no idea if it's covered in British history. Probably not. But yeah, no, it's like, if you're not aware of the context,
you might actually think that it's serious. You're like, okay, this guy in the 1400s wrote about. Is it the 1400s? A long time ago.
It's later than that, I think.
I don't know. Whenever potatoes stopped existing for, like...
Wait, no. Potato famine was like 19th century. Or is that a different famine? There may have been multiple famines.
This is Jonathan Swift. Yeah, 17th century is a little bit more believable. If I recall... I'm trying to remember, did Jonathan Swift appear in... Mark Twain's parody play about William Shakespeare? Because if so, then yeah, that was definitely 1600s.
Okay, so
what is
far,
the static?
Medusa heads have not spawned on top of me. No! Stupid!
You said words!
stupid whip not dealing damage for unknown reasons. Oh my goodness.
I'm just trying to determine, is the static coming from the game or from my headphones?
There's a little bit of static in the game, but not that much.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the game. Okay. There we go. Okay, I
Alright,
have determined my
Yeah,
headphones are not broken.
There actually was a famine in the 1800s in Ireland. I don't know if that's the same one that Ahmad's proposal is referencing, though. It might be a different one.
No, it had to be a different one. You know what? I have the power of Google.
Yeah, well, I could try to Google with one hand, but that seems
Yeah, you're
tricky.
look, you're playing a game. I'll go ahead and let you keep playing it, you know.
I'm pretty sure I'm in fourth by a very comfortable margin because I can't make it past these stupid Medusa heads.
you are currently in third.
I'll take it.
Yeah, modest proposal. It was published in 1729.
If I'm not mistaken, Zimbu is currently in the lead, having done the most damage to the boss, followed by Violet Hour.
But yeah, the thing about satire is that, like, I think it's Poe's law that any satire can be mistaken as being genuine. And simply put, if you're reading something written in the 1700s, being able to tell the difference between it being real or satire is really difficult. And as it turns out, in the era that A Modest Proposal came out, a lot of people mistook it as being serious as well.
I mean, people still do that today with Onion articles. It's great.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
again, the British probably actually did want to eat babies. Like,
I mean,
I'm just
some of
saying it
them
like it
probably
is.
wanted to.
I mean, yeah, it's part of a full English breakfast.
oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. But honestly, I think that satire can be great. I'd also say that, like, a lot of satire, like, is really on the nose. But honestly, you can make it as on the nose as you want, and it still is going to go over some people's heads. And that's just the truth of it. That's how life goes. I feel like a lot of stuff that is said on the internet, though, no matter how earnest you are trying to be, some people may mistake it for satire as well. I feel like the inverse also somewhat holds true, that yeah, there are some people who just will not take anything seriously. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah.
everything-
Mr. Zimbo is fighting a bat.
Yeah, he's fighting the level 1 boss. I was gonna say, everything I say is 100% serious at all times. I just want people to know that.
Oh, I started... Okay, so my sister, you know, is playing Final Fantasy 14 and sometimes lets her daughter play the game as well. Or sometimes the daughters hop in and play trials, like... You know, so if you're ever playing Final Fantasy 14 and think that you're playing against like an 11 or 9-year-old, sometimes it's true. Yes, you are. They're surprisingly good, though. It's shocking.
I mean, that's Healer 101. You always assume that your teammates are 9-year-olds.
Yeah, they're... Yeah, but they actually live. A lot of the times they don't go jump off random stuff. They're good.
Look, if they're not playing, I don't expect every class to tank the ground. Just dragoons. There we go. Oh, yeah, hey, I found holy water.
They do not behave like dragoons. Okay, they behave like people who sort of know what's going on. And oh my gosh, like one of them, I started talking to, and you know, I'd sometimes like joke.
I just fell through the floor.
Yeah, so you have to hit now to go downstairs.
I didn't. I was trying to go downstairs. Oh, and I pressed start the game. I just fell through the floor.
Yeah, one of them. I think that like one of them is starting to get to the point where, you know, she she's good at games, but also I think takes things that I say in chats a little too seriously. And I'm like, I'm joking. And I'm like, you know, you're allowed to joke with me as well. You don't always have to be completely serious. She's like, I am? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And then she's like, well, okay, my mom wants to play. Go figure. I'm like, oh my gosh, the sass. Yeah, we got the sass going on. Or no, she's imagine that. So I'm gonna have to get off now. I'm like, ha! Yes, we got the sass coming out, and I was really happy about that. It made me laugh a lot.
You're a good influence, Rosentia.
I think that learning how to like joke a little bit and how to like, it's a very important trait. You know?
I'm not being sarcastic. A little sarcastic.
Wow. Yeah, Mr. Let me go ahead and quote Bohemian Rhapsody over here.
That was like an hour ago. You can't still hold that over my head an hour later.
Uh-oh. Apparently her mom tickled her for being sassy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I have gotten tickles unleashed upon children due to encouraging them to be a slight, teeny tiny bit rebellious, a teeny tiny little bit.
God, they spawned so many of these enemies.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they're infinite.
But they did. Infinite usually doesn't mean that fast. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I don't.
Boss.
I'm not sure anyone has figured out you can duck under the second spike, and that is in fact what you're supposed to do.
Well, I haven't made it there yet, so yeah.
Oh, then you're in fourth.
Nice. But I accidentally. It takes so long to reset. So if you accidentally.
Yeah.
So if you accidentally new game, you basically. I'm just basically starting over.
Well, to be fair, apparently the saves don't work in this version that I had to give out.
Saves work. Saves definitely.
Then I don't know what everyone's doing because they keep messing up.
So, ducking under the spike per chat is one of the strats for playing the game casually. Can you do that in this? Can you duck?
Under the second spike, yes. You can duck under the second spike, and that is what you're intended to do. You do that in the NES game as well.
Quack, 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 quack. The duck. Quack, quack, quack. Never mind, Dolph. You can make Bohemian Rhapsody references. I said duck and then started quacking because, you know, obviously I am at the height of humor here. Quack, 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 quack,
it's the same word. It's just got a different definition.
Quack, 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 quack.
It's not the same word. Actually, they must have different etymologies, right? Seems really unlikely they have the same etymology.
I have no idea. Let's see.
Oh, I'm ready for duck facts. Let's go.
Duck. No, I don't know. Does anybody have any duck facts that we can talk about here?
I
mean, no.
Nope. Okay.
Absolutely not.
They can. They're birds that swim. That is the extent of my knowledge.
They're birds that swim. They're cute.
I don't even know if I could tell a duck and a goose apart. Okay.
Oh, my family used to have ducks. We used to have ducks.
I know geese are the evil ones. But I don't know what makes them evil, other than
ducks are also
they like to attack.
The larger the bird, the more evil it contains.
It's basically true. The bigger the bird, the more hatred. Ducks, I think they realize they're not going to be able to mess with you too much because, you know, they're like football sized. And you can kick a football, you can kick a duck too.
I feel like I can kick a goose just fine.
Yeah, but they know that they can intimidate you enough that you probably aren't going to have the patience to kick it.
I don't think kicking things takes much patience.
Well, you have to not be freaking out. Hummingbirds, oh my gosh. Chad is saying hummingbirds are fueled by sugar and spite. I don't think they're that evil. I like hummingbirds. I've had them land on my finger before to sip out of the hummingbird feeder. They're so cute. You know, if you get a hummingbird feeder and put your finger up there, just sort of as a perch, you can get them to stand on it. And, you know, you have to be patient. You have to be still. But yeah, they'll land and suck out of the feeder, and they very much like it. Yeah.
My only experience with hummingbirds is Calibri for the 32X. It's a pretty good game.
Wait,
but I don't think
have you never seen a real hummingbird?
No, they don't
What?
hang around where I am.
Okay.
I get a lot of cardinals, though. No
Everybody,
hummingbirds.
if you don't have hummingbirds in your life, they're the best birds.
A big bird is the best bird.
He's dumb. Big Bird's
Also,
really
I
dumb.
thought penguins were actually the best birds.
Penguins
but
are
that's not
amazing.
true.
Penguins are my favorite bird. My only memory of Big Bird is when I was in like kindergarten. They showed us this Sesame Street special that was about Egyptian mythology, and they had Big Bird weighing somebody's heart to get the fate of their afterlife, and then they cheated.
They cheated?
Yeah, they cheated because this kid's heart was deemed to be sinful, so they put one of Big Bird's feathers on the scale to tip it.
I mean, this whole.
I swear I'm not making this up, but I can't
Big Bird,
verify
you gotta
it.
lose weight in your feathers,
Wait,
okay?
back up. Sesame Street killed a kid. Like, that's where we.
Oh, well, no, they saved it by cheating death. They saved the kid.
Like, the kid was gonna be dead, but then
Yeah,
Big
I mean,
Bird
the kid
cheated.
was dead, and instead of getting sent to heck, Big Bird intervened.
Okay, so as a kid, the best Big Bird movies were Big Bird Goes to Japan and Big Bird Goes to the Hospital, I think. I'm trying to remember. I just know it has the song, "You've got to be patient to be a patient. That's what the doctor said." It's a good one. It's a bop. Big Bird Goes to Japan. I loved that as a kid, and it was really like mystical. And even seeing it after I got older, I'm like, no wonder I thought it was weird. Because it kind of is. There's some moon goddess. It's a Japanese influenced Big Bird movie. What can you say? Of course there's a moon goddess. And I love that, like, when Big Bird goes to like buy food at some place, like he takes a look at like all of the plastic food and doesn't understand that they're like plastic displays. He's like, ooh. And then they have the song 1, 2, 3 is Ichini-san.
Okay, I finally made it to the boss, and what the heck?
It's Medusa Head. She spits snakes out. She's like Snake Man, except Medusa Snake Lady. You know. Also, yeah, the fact that like you can't really stun her with your human weapons is a little bit frustrating.
Yeah.
However,
So in the NES
there is a
game-
pro strat that like one player has managed to figure out, and unfortunately got there with that sub weapon once.
Yeah, you could use the stopwatch against Medusa. In the cross are your best weapons.
Yes, I can see that being pretty good. The stopwatch.
Then there's some weird Big Bird movie where he like joins the circus and dyes his feathers blue, and then is like all sad. And then he
because he joined the circus, or
hitchhikes.
because he's blue?
I think it's more because he wanted to go home, but he had to be part of the circus, and they dyed his feathers blue. Oh, that one's called Follow That Bird. Okay, and like I remember him hitchhiking at one point. Oh, he was kidnapped.
I dealt
Okay,
non-zero damage to the boss for people in chat.
You did
who are
0?
at. I dealt like 2.
Oh, okay, good job.
So you're tied with Trash Nomancer, I believe.
Man. So, by the way, what are the stakes of this match? What points do the players have?
Well, this is a 5-point match, but since we only have 3 players,
I'm going home.
No,
yeah,
no!
Noah's gonna go home, play some Snolf, Sadly.
Only
I
one
do
player
need
is
to
going to
practice
get
more Salt for
eliminated,
Big Bad Game, I thought.
essentially. Okay, follow that. I'm trying to remember if there were any other Big Bird movies that I like. Like, they were legit pretty good when I was a kid.
Everything is legit pretty good when you're a kid.
Nope, not The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle for the NES. That was not any good.
I walked into a pit. God.
Like, even we as kids knew that Rocky and Bullwinkle on the NES was not good.
Yeah, so actually Trash is in second place. I could have sworn I saw Violet deal some damage, but I don't think it's as much as Trash.
Okay, Mr. Zimbu, back to Medusa head fight. I think you
He's
have to
got
walk
a
all
good
the
amount
left.
of health.
Yep.
You do, and it in fact forces you to take a hit, which is, you know, quality.
That's nice. Good video game design there. I'm glad that you can kill the snakes relatively easy, even if you can't kill Medusa very easily. My
well,
gosh!
this fight is laggier than it looks, so you have to already be ducking when the snake comes out.
How is it laggier than it looks?
I don't know, but
It wasn't that laggy. Unless
you
you're
try to duck and whip the snake, because it takes a while.
I did not try to kill snakes. No, I just died to them.
Yeah, because you could practically feel it in what just happened to Zimbo.
Okay, time for fun spike room.
You have the stopwatch. It can stop the spikes.
Yeah, but I want to save hearts, don't I?
Well, you lose them once you beat the level. You don't need 30.
Or I can accidentally pick up holy water, and all of this is moot.
I mean, that is technically an option available to you. Yes. Is it recommended? Absolutely not.
Disagree. Best option. I have made the optimal choice. Just gonna not bother even killing that thing. That's too much HP.
So, chat, is MSX Castlevania pretty nasty? Not really, and in fact, it's a completely different game. It was developed concurrently with the NES game, and they are very different.
Huh.
That is more of a maze type of game.
Really? I actually
Yeah,
really like when, like, games that share the same title are extremely different. But a maze type game, what does that mean?
Well, you have to find keys to proceed through the levels.
That's not good.
They're
So it's more like Castlevania 2?
Yeah, we did have some raiders coming in, by the way. Welcome in, everybody. Kid
Not
Charlemagne.
really.
We had a raid earlier from Raichana. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope that you enjoy Amiga Castlevania for the No, it's for Amiga. Duh.
This entire day has been incredibly cursed.
Today
This
is
is the
just the
perfect
cursed
capstone.
day. Yeah. Every once in a while, you gotta have a cursed Kuso day. Hopefully, it's not a full weekend of curses.
Yes, the MSX one is actually called Vampire Killer.
Ooh.
And then we had Haunted Castle for the arcade. They hadn't quite figured out what the series would be titled at the time.
Well, they knew that Haunted Castle for arcade wasn't good and thus didn't deserve the Castlevania name. They're like, Simon just looks like he's got to use the bathroom so bad. Like, so bad.
Oh, what a horrible night to have a bowel impaction.
Ooh. Kind of like that sound effect. Ooh.
Ooh. It's not as good as the death scream.
Not quite as good. It's okay, but yeah, not quite as good. Do do do. Da da da. Da da do 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 do. I do, like, I really want to hear the next level's music. I want people to get to level 3 because I feel like that's a really good bop in the original Castlevania.
Well, we already heard that one. That's the level 1 music in this game.
Okay.
They swapped the music around for no apparent reason. This is Out of Time, which is the level 5 music.
Oh, I found the Amiga manual. It does have the intro story here. If you're ready for that.
I am so ready.
Good evening. Step into the shadows of the deadliest dwelling on Earth. You've arrived at Castlevania, and you're here on business to destroy forever the curse.
This is the Castlevania 2 intro!
Wait, it is?
Yes! Step into the shadows of the Hell House is how it starts.
And now it's the deadliest dwelling on Earth. You've arrived at Castlevania, and you're here on business to destroy forever the curse of evil. Count Darkus, shut up! I'm trying to read my intro. Unfortunately, everybody's home this evening. Bats, ghosts, deadheads, every kind of creature you can imagine. You'll find them all over the place. If they don't find you first. And to survive, you've got to sneak and creak through 6 monstrous floors before you meet up with the master of the house. Your mystic whip will help, and you'll probably find a weapon or two along the way. But the fun will really begin when you make it to the tower, where you can count. Get it? On a duel to the death with the death-defying Count. Oh, that's bad.
This is cheating. I just want to put that out there. This is
game lets you
completely
do it.
cheating.
This game's cheating.
This is the
This
is the stopwatch's intended purpose.
Yeah, to win. You gotta win, Wolf.
Okay.
You got
You're
it.
winner.
The orb fell on your head and you're through.
Yes.
So that was really easy with the stopwatch, let me tell you.
Yeah. You are now in the lead.
All it took was a little bit of cheating and being told the stopwatch worked on the boss.
Yeah, they don't have that info. Although some of them have figured it out.
Yeah, at least one of the players has used it. The thing is, like, level 2 is such a wall for the players.
Yes, it is very cruel.
I don't want, please go away, holy water. I don't want you. You're bad. Thank you.
The unholy water. No,
Who's ready
it's
for
still
Fleeman?
Holy water is overrated. Anyways, it's just normal water for most people. Like, seriously, it's only useful against like zombies and stuff. I assume you can just drink it. Like,
I think it tastes like burning.
Well, I mean, that's your problem, not mine.
I mean, I'm pretty sure most babies are going to drink some of the holy water when they're baptized, right? Because that's just a baby thing to do. So it's
I mean, it depends on how you're baptizing the baby. And also, why are you baptizing babies? That's weird.
Welcome to being Catholic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Baptizing adults is weird to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes more sense since it's supposed to be like purifying people from sin. Babies, they're just freaking babies. What has a baby done? It's never robbed a bank. Never
I mean, well, you got the whole original sin thing, right? So you got to make sure that they're purified from original sin before they die, you know, because babies die all the time.
Right, because they're guilty when they're born. That makes total sense.
Is original sin not part of Mormonism?
It's not, no. I
Nice.
know
Good job.
all about Mormonism. No, Mormons consider Catholicism, specifically the Catholic Church, and I quote, the whore of all the earth. So that is the Catholic Church for Mormons. Yep.
Well, if it makes you happier, the Catholic's opinion of Mormons is pretty similar.
Well, I'm not Mormon or Catholic right now, so I'll just go ahead and say they can go ahead and both be Oh, that's rude. That's rude. Okay, never mind. I will be kind. No. What? I was pretty sure. I'm being told that I am incorrect. I mean, it's been a little while since I've, like, read stuff. Uh-oh, my sister and I might be fighting. We'll see. That's okay. We can go ahead and pull out the boxing gloves, and then we can type. Whoever types better wins.
That does sound like an excellent way to have a match. Or you can go by the classic boxing rules of you just tell your opponent boring things until they fall asleep.
Oh.
Yeah. As long as you're unconscious, you as long as your opponent's unconscious, you win. It says nothing in the rules say that you have to hit them.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I have never actually maybe I've used boxing gloves once or twice.
I mean, they're really bad for hitting somebody. I mean, they're good for hitting somebody, but they're bad for hitting somebody and not hurting them. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. The point is that boxing is weird. Hey, I can duck under the fireballs. They just go through my head. Nice.
So apparently, per Wikipedia, it is commonly said that the whore of Babylon, or the great whore of all the earth, is the Catholic Church. But there are apparently some publications that discourage that.
Wait. So being rude.
It might depend on the era of Mormonism that you're talking about.
Are you telling me that being rude to 1 billion people is not the greatest strategy?
It used to be, but they've discouraged it recently. So there you go. It's been a little bit. Let's go ahead and say that there have been a few revisionisms in what people say about the Catholic Church over the years. But yeah, I was definitely taught that when I was young.
It does seem like the Mormon Church got much more, I'm going to say politically correct for lack of any better term to use over the years.
I would say that, like, a lot of it's become a lot more mainstream at the very least, and a lot less like, hey, a lot less let's fight, a lot more like, hey, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I mean,
my sister was never taught that.
Why.
Well, I was also taught that, like, do I want to get into what I was taught when I was young? Because there are a lot of possibly racist and very sexist things that I was taught when I was young. that people now say, hey, that was never taught in the religion. It totally was. It just really depended on who was doing the teaching that day.
That sounds like gaslighting.
Oh, yeah. It honestly, there's a lot of, oh my gosh, like some things that I hear people say that, no, church never taught that, and then it's like I can literally find at least 5 official publications that were put out that directly say that. But sure, you can go ahead and say it never taught that, sure. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and stop doing. I'm gonna go ahead and stop. This is Castlevania. This isn't bro gets into an argument. The game, although that does happen a lot anyway.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out all the placements since we are getting towards the end of the match, and I'm also trying to address match chat here. According to chat, Trash is up by 1 HP. I'm gonna have to go back and check that. So we may have had a lead change.
God, that boss. So you said you beat it with the cross, though. If so, how?
What, that boss?
Yeah, Medusa.
Yeah, this is something
I
that
threw the cross at it until it died. That's
And it didn't kill you first.
no, because I jumped over it.
Honestly,
cheating.
that seems.
fell to the
Yeah,
floor
why
again.
are you a cheater? Don't
Why do I
stop
keep
falling through the floor. Why would you do that?
Look, if you press left on that staircase, you just die. Or if you, like, and you just instinctively press left because you're trying to dodge projectiles. And whatever these stupid things are that are jumping on top of me. Hey, I found health. Nice.
Aha!
Please, I can't hit you if you're in melee range. You gotta get away from me. Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, so we actually had a lead change. Trashnomancer has edged out Zimbu by 1 HP.
I didn't think it could hurt me there. I was very wrong.
Oh, this game only exists to hurt you.
No, the enemy would have had to jump into a pit to hurt me, and I'm like, the enemy's not gonna jump into a pit.
Oh, they're skeletons. They don't have any concern for their life.
Yeah, but I thought the AI would just not let them do that. I thought they had like a set routine of walking back and forth, and I was very wrong. No. Oh god, why do these enemies have 2 HP? Too many HP.
Well, they're much slower in the next game, and you know you can.
Yeah, if I could actually like make distance between them, this would be doable. But I can't. And then the birds deal 3 damage. They're easy. They're easiest to do. Yep,
All right,
there we go.
Zimbu. If you don't die to this initial volley, you can take this.
Let me turn left and watch.
Or not. Okay.
Ah!
I think Zimbu has one more shot at this, but I think we've got our order pretty set.
Aha! I think that I have figured out where, at least the latest description. Aha! I found a source about why the Catholic Church was called that, at least when I was taught. It's because one of the top church leaders in the 70s and the 80s described the Catholic Church as specifically the Whore of Babylon. So there we go. Bruce R. McConkie. Sources. I had to pull them out. Bam. Sourced. There you go. But you know what? Let me actually pay attention to the game now.
I can't believe you string out facts to win an argument. That's cheating.
I'm
That is
sorry.
completely cheating.
I'm sorry that I'm going
Doing
and finding my
research.
sources.
You're supposed to just
And then
argue
all
from
it
the heart
does
with
is
what you knew
take
going
like
in.
2 or 3 minutes to Google in order to find where it was said.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to just argue with whatever you knew going in, and you're supposed to never change your initial opinion. That's how you argue.
That's not official doctrine. Well, then maybe he should stop publishing it under specifically a book that is called Mormon Doctrine. Was that the book? If you publish a book called Mormon Doctrine and you're one of the top leaders of the church, then maybe it is doctrine.
That's a pretty strong argument.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Yeah.
I'm
in
with you on this
general.
one, I think.
Let's see. Yep, the book was Mormon Doctrine. So there you go. If it's not doctrine, but it was published in Mormon Doctrine, I don't know what to say. Okay, here we go. The final minute of the match.
Zimbu's got one more shot at this.
Do I really want to argue? I'm not the one who's... Okay, anyway, blah, blah, blah. We're at the end of this.
I'm stuck in a corner. I can't escape. He keeps throwing bones at me, and he has me out. Oh wait, I'm
Not
weapon.
the bones. Oh my gosh, yeah, this skeleton is definitely being a butt.
You're right. I have a stopwatch, and I should have just used it. That was a good point.
But here we are. This is the last 5 seconds here.
Oh, come on.
And this is time.
Oh!
Everybody,
If
strap
that had gone on
in,
for
relax.
2 seconds, Zimbu would have won.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Zimbu's almost got it. Without a sub weapon too. And he's got it.
Zimbu did. Honestly, it really depends. There may have been a little bit of lag. I feel like it may be worth going and doing. Well, then again, wasn't Mr. Zimbo already in the lead at that point?
No, Trashnomancer had gotten the boss down to 5 HP. Or 4 HP, sorry.
Yeah, that is something that we will probably want to go and
Like, that is
look
a
at
literal
the
photo
official
finish.
VODs. Yeah.
Oh, man.
If this decides first and second, that's very important, and it is too close for us to call. Was there any buffering? I believe there was some buffering earlier on in the match that may have been enough to make it delayed. So we will want to go and check that out later on.
Yeah, do we just want to invite them both in? Because
Sure,
we
go ahead
genuinely
and
don't know
invite
who
them.
won.
Sure. Because I would love to talk and see what they think. Oh my gosh. But yeah, honestly, all of the players did a fantastic job here. This is not an easy game at all. Castlevania on the Amiga. All of them made it to stage 2. And all of them made it to the Medusa head. Mr. Zimbu killing the boss right at the end, but it may have been just a second too late, or possibly a second early enough to take the lead. It's too close to call at this point. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully it looks like Mr. Zimbu's coming in. Hello there, Mr. Zimbu, and congrats! I don't know if you won or took second, but it was super close.
Literal photo finish. So Trashnomancer had gotten the boss down to 5 HP, and you hit that right as time ended. So we literally are going to have to go count frames to determine who won.
Yeah, that was so close. Like,
Wow.
absolutely ridiculous. Hi, Mr. Zimbu. How are you doing?
Pretty good. That was, despite all appearances, a pretty fun game.
Wait, really?
Yeah, no, I disagree strongly.
I mean, as long as you get past those spikes, it's okay. Everything else, if the game worked, to be good.
I
leave
do
it
like
at
that
that.
Violet
Sure.
Hour is typing in Discord right now and saying that was a nightmare.
Yeah, so everybody got by the spikes. The trick is you can duck under the second set.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, it doesn't go low enough to kill you. It's the same as in the NES game. You can duck under them.
Okay,
Nice.
if you can duck under the second spike, that's probably the best way to do that, but yeah.
It's that first one that kept on getting me.
Yeah, so that's in a very awkward place, or if you try to jump up, you'll probably die. You have to be back a certain distance.
Yeah, you can use the neutral jump, just straight up jump to be able to get up on the ledge instead.
See,
Thought that
every
was
time
interesting.
I tried that and died every single time.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
nudge forward maybe twice and then you're dead. Yeah.
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 That got me a few times as I would inch forward, but the hitboxes were so big that you would get hit anyway.
Yeah,
they're,
huge.
they're skewed a little bit too. They extend a little bit left of the spike itself.
Yeah, well, I think that's just true of the game in general. Is like
Yeah.
every hitbox seems to be off to the left a bit, or to the right.
Ah. Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Yeah, Trashnomancer, do you share the same sentiment that this game was kind of okay?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. I would say. I was using numpad, and so I was really having a hard time getting jump attacks to go at all. But a little adjustment in tactics and just bullheaded, and it was pretty fun. Yeah, no, it
Look,
was.
I'll
Okay.
let you in on a secret. It's not any easier on a gamepad. It just doesn't like doing it.
Honestly, like a game like this, I don't know if I would mind using the arrow keys just because it's a lot more distinct pushing up, down, left, right, and, just being able to make sure that when I hit a button, it does it right. We do have some people in chat who are going back and reviewing VODs, and we'll probably do that ourselves as well. So,
Yes.
like, the good thing is that you two are safe and you're moving on. I do feel bad. Violet Hour still made a fantastic push, but unfortunately, I don't think quite made it through that boss. Didn't quite deal as much damage to the Medusa head. But yeah, we're speculating that Zimbu may have taken the win, but again, it's something that I'd like for official referees and staff to review and make sure. So tentatively, Zimbu, you may have done it.
Right?
Woo!
Yeah, you would have won by 1 HP at the finish.
Nice. Good and close.
Yeah, either way, like, it's absolutely as close as you can get.
Yeah, I love photo finishes like this. You both did a great job.
Yee. I'm really happy. I didn't expect to do too much.
Heck yeah, I loved this. And honestly, I still feel like there's so many different bad versions of Castlevania that I would love to go and review some of them later. Yeah.
Like, the pace of this one, how everything's just twice as fast, is funny to see, but I actually kind of prefer it this way. The first one's kind of slow, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah, getting to the first boss is quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game isn't very long once you actually know how to kill stuff and not die to the spikes. Level 2 is honestly harder than level 3, and then level 4, I say this as someone who can beat Castlevania 1 on the NES without dying. I threw in the towel at level 4. That was enough for me.
Oh, yeah, I can't blame you. Like, this, if you're gonna beat a Castlevania, probably the NES version is the one to go play. I mean, that's
Really classic.
as far as I know, that's the best one.
It is a very good game. I love it to death. And thank you for indulging me in finding bad versions of games I love.
This is fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
So-
I appreciate it.
I have to ask, Mr. Zimbu, are you doing any other streams right now over on your channel?
Not a whole lot. Mostly just this and, just playing some games on the side, but not really streaming anything.
Okay, that's fine. Occasional streams, doing races, not focused on anything too much. That's fine. Trashnomancer, do you mostly do races as well, or do you have anything else that you stream?
I'm just going to be starting to stream, and I'm hoping to do like some sustainability education and makers education, and then have some
that's
games
fun.
and some just some review of educational goods. Yeah.
Well, good. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm actually really curious what you would be doing stream-wise when it comes to sustainability. Yeah, just poke me sometime. I'd be interested in hearing what you're doing.
Will do. Keep you up to date.
I think that's all that we have today. Tomorrow, we've got 4 more matches coming at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun, so feel free to stop on by, everybody. Thank you to everybody who has followed, supported, subscribed, who has rated, and who has tolerated everything going on over here. It's a lot of fun for me, and I'm just glad that we have everyone here. So we need to go and raid somebody. Do you want to watch more Chip and Dale, or it looks like Lack Attack is doing a big 20 practice. Sinister is always a good person to go and raid, though, doing Chip and Dale co-op, trying to get that world record. They've been doing this 2-player Chip and Dale for a long time.
Nice.
Oh, and then Chip and Dale, I think that's what we need to go and check out. What's the quote from the manual that I read? Let's do a good evening. Yeah. Good evening. That is going to be our raid message. Feel free to add bad emotes, bat emotes if you have any. No, we're not watching Chip and Dale's. We're watching the game Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. There's a difference there. Go say hi to Sinister, and I will see you all later. Take care, friends. Bye, Zimbu and Trashnomancer.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
Bye,
Oh,
Novasol.
thank you for being here.
Bye.
See you, Double.
Goodbye.
Bye.